Hey, everybody. As I sit here and fiddle with the computer, uh, I am alive. And I just had a great drive home, but it was after a really super long day. And I wanted to have a conversation with you because sometimes this is pretty good therapy for me. And today was an interesting day. I don't know about you, but when things happen, even when they're out of my control, I wear them. I absolutely wear them, and there's really not much I can do about it except for just power through. And some days are better than others. But realistically, I'm going to tell you that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to jump on here and have a conversation with you about keeping your head up. Uh, and today was it wasn't a failure day by any stretch of the imagination. I've had much worse days, but when we talk about keeping our head up, it's a lot of times it's after having a really hard day. But what I'm talking about when I say keep your head up, it's when you're trying to get after something and you're thinking about just today, right? So it's football season as of today, which one of my friends at work would not let me forget that Ohio State is not playing football, and that I could be a U fan, which will never happen. Thanks, James. Appreciate you, brother. But what I'm talking about when I say keep your head up, it's not about, when we try to tackle, you have to look at the belly button of the person you're trying to tackle just to get them down. But what I mean by keeping your head up is we have goals, right? And we think about just today being the obstacle. We have to get through today so that we can achieve a goal or the goal. And what I'm telling you is that it's really about the long term, right? We can't think 6 inches in front of our toes. What we need to do is think long term, down the road. What are we getting after? What are the things that we want to get after? And what are those goals? Today is the 6 inches. Whatever thing you have to accomplish today is great, but it's only one step, if you will, towards the ultimate thing that you're trying to get after. If you have a long term plan, you can't think 6 inches in front of your toes. You've got to think beyond that, right? So what I'm telling you is keep your head up. When you have a bad day, like I did today, really realistically, it's not about just, struggling through the day, which by the way, I showed up late for two meetings. Two meetings. And you know why? Because I lost my schedule. I lost my notepad and I showed up late for two meetings. You don't want to keep the boss waiting for two meetings, especially when you have bigwigs showing up on board today. Anyway, keep your head up. It's okay. We're all human. We've got to get after things. We've got to tackle these things. But it's all right to be human, and it's okay to stumble, but we can't think 6 inches in front of our toes. We've got to get after things. We've got to get after those long-term things that eventually will, you get past that 6 inches, and then you take another step into that next 6 inches, and the next six, and the next six. Next thing you know, you're on a journey, and what an amazing journey it is, right? We always talk about it's about the journey. So don't forget that to follow us on Twitter. We don't have very many people following us on Twitter. It's at @ismotivate, and then YouTube, motivate with Is if you're a big YouTube person. And remember, the cup isn't half empty. It's not half full. It's just waiting to be refilled. So keep your head up. Fill that cup. Love you. Mean it. Motivate.